Hello, and so we have an interview today. We have Tim Bender, who is the sales director of Hobart Equipment Division, with us talking to Catering Insight. And we are talking about how Hobart is now levelling up its cooking equipment division to a kind of similar service that is offered by its dishwashing, its warewashing section. So if we could just kind of start with how this came about. So how's your cooking solutions division being leveled up to match what's offered for dealers in the warewash section then, Tim?
Okay. When we had a review of our cooking offering middle of last year, it was a good time to do it when we were a bit quieter, and we realised obviously we have a lot of cooking products on offer. We have our Bonnet cooking range, which will be our higher tier of cooking equipment, and we also had another range of equipment badged as Hobart. And we felt it was slightly complicated, not just for our dealers, but also for customers as well in the marketplace. So we looked at how we might better rationalise that cooking equipment. And the one thing we did, we wanted to make sure that Bonnet remains as our premium brand, which of course is marketed through our dealers. And at the same time, our factory that produces the Hobart cooking equipment, we're doing some major work on redesigning and improving that range. And we said, well, that's good. Where else could we offer this 700 series, a more medium tier product? And the obvious fit was with Ecomax. We've got a terrific relationship with Ecomax dealers. Ecomax dealers have, I think, from our conversations, really wanted something more to offer their customers. And so we've looked at this range, we've rationalised what we're offering, and it just goes together very nicely with the warewashing.
Excellent. So offering cooking equipment through the Ecomax brand, when is that going to be and how will that benefit dealers?
Right, well, it's basically launched as of now. We're just getting through the final process of getting that out to the dealers. Our Ecomax team are busy talking to dealers where they can through conference calls and webinars to promote this. So the product range is basically there. We have stock. So once the dealers are confident to talk to end users, we can move forward with this. We're absolutely ready to go.
Excellent stuff. And so what kind of end of the market will the Ecomax cooking equipment be aimed at then?
It doesn't fit particularly into a low end or a medium end or whatever. I would suggest it's more medium end of the marketplace, although we also see that, you know, for us, the Hobart brand, we are quite strong in public sector. We know our dealer partners are also working in the public sector. So it may be that, for example, for some of the schools and so forth, this equipment will be absolutely right for them through those same dealer partners. But we want to try and differentiate this more away from our premium Bonnet equipment so that people can see more clearly the tier structure between the product ranges.
Okie dokie. And also you'll be adding a lot of your cooking equipment to the Focus platform for dealers, which has since 2016 been solely for your warewashing range. So can you tell me a little bit about the reasoning behind that?
Right. The Focus partners, which, as you said, 2015, 2016 we introduced, we now have around 65 Focus partners. And one of the if you like, the added bonuses from our side to support the dealers has been the creation of this Focus Partner portal, which allows every dealer to log into their own particular portal and see all of their business and look at other things as well. And up until this year, cooking was never in there. It was a big job for us to get cooking products onto our website and linking through, but we've done that, a lot of work with the marketing team, and so we now have those products on that website, and then they'll be able to see this through the individual dealer portal.
Excellent stuff. So, I mean, how have you had to adapt the launches of these various different initiatives in light of the current pandemic situation, which at the moment we're back in lockdown for the third time?
It has been stop and go, stop and go. A lot of initiatives that we were working on through the summertime, we were ready to go with basically in September. And we were starting to talk to our sales people and to organise webinars. We did some dealer webinars where we've talked already about launches of new products and what we had. And of course, we've then gone through lockdowns and that have stalled things moving forward. But I think the way forward will be continuing to do the webinars, obviously this kind of presentation, which is very nice, thank you. And just to get the message out through our teams and a lot more online contact. There's a lot of marketing work going on now with promoting this online and digitally.
Absolutely. So, as I say, obviously with food service kind of closed for the foreseeable, how are you intending to get these initiatives up and running in the next few months?
It's a challenge. It is a challenge, I have to say. I think not only us as a manufacturer, but our dealers as well, it's all very reactive. It's responding to demand from customers. And again, people who haven't got a lot of confidence in spending money right now. I mean, really, this particularly the Ecomax range, tagging on with the dealers are very familiar with our interest-free offer, which we've been promoting now for quite some time. It's going like hotcakes, dare I say, at the moment. The 3-month payment holiday, which is there. So now these dealers who could sell Ecomax dishwashing in that same way can now add some cooking equipment in there and basically allow the customer to pay, April before they'd have to pay some equipment. True, right now it's very difficult for the independent market to consider spending much money, but I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think there is some confidence that we're going to come out at the end of this, and I do think this time people will be perhaps more willing to invest some money.
Good stuff. So how is Hobart itself? How are you guys managing through this lockdown, and have previous ones actually prepared you well for this kind of more serious phase?
Yeah, I think they have. I think, the initial lockdown was something of an unknown to everybody. So it's what do you do? How do you react quickly? What do you have to do in terms of your staffing levels to get your costs down and yet still be available for business, which we've been all the way through. One of our biggest marketplaces is still public sector. So hospitals, very important to us that we support all of that. So it's having the right amount of manpower in the field. And I think we managed to keep that at the right level. We were bringing people back end of November, early December. Unfortunately, we've had to, again, put more people back onto flexible furlough. We've had to send all the office staff to work remotely from home again, but we were used to that. And quite frankly, we can now be a lot more reactive. We can bring people back in, do what we need to do. We're available online. So I think we're in a good place. I think people are getting used to how this works. But we really like to go and see some customers face to face. That's really what we want to go and do.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, face to face, that'll be great when that comes back.
Oh.
In the meantime, another business challenge that has been facing everybody is the trails of Brexit. So, I mean, now that the deal is finally signed, do you see the requirements as impacting your imports at all when you've got your main factory based in Germany?
Again, I think we were being well prepared for that because we've got factories in Germany, excuse me, we have factories in France and Italy. We had made provision through our carriers and with the factories that while our paperwork would be in place, we would have as little hold up as possible at the ports. And to be quite honest, I know we're only a week and 10 days into the month. So far, things are running very smoothly. We had already got provision of extra stock in the warehouse. We have around 2 months worth of stock of all of our key products. So we can respond pretty much to any demand. So at the moment, things are okay. I suppose probably Ireland has almost been the bigger challenge of working out what you do with Ireland. But I think, again, we've got that sorted out now. And so fingers crossed, yeah, we're okay. Time will tell.
Good stuff. We like a bit of positivity. So just to kind of finish things off then, what would you say then that Hobart's main mission is for this year, given everything that's going on right now?
I think it's to maintain a position where we are still very viable, commercially aware, in a good position. We've got initiatives in place, and that we're ready to literally come out of the blocks, so that as and when the market starts to get back again, particularly the independent market, that we can get out, we can get to the dealers. We've got lots of initiatives. I've mentioned the Ecomax is just one of them. get the initiatives out there. I think also for us is this digital presence, getting more information out to the end user so that they are coming back and asking us about products or asking dealers about products. I think the whole landscape has changed. The old idea of a salesman knocking on a door and trying to do a cold call, I think that's something very, very old-fashioned and has gone. It's a lot more sophisticated and will be when we come back.
Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Tim. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us, and hopefully our dealer audience has got a bit more of an idea of what's coming up from Hobart. Thank you very much.